I read every single comment. Every single one. And what I found stopped me cold. Because buried inside hundreds of messages, between the fire emojis and the fist bumps, there was a pattern that almost nobody talks about out loud. You weren't just asking me for a harder workout. You were asking me for something that the fitness industry has completely forgotten how to give you. You are asking for a reason to show up when nobody's watching. You are asking for people who refuse to let you quit. You are asking for a troop. So, here's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to hand you the exact community-driven gauntlet that this Iron family helped me build, from your comments, your check-ins, your stories. This is not a workout I designed in some air-conditioned office. This was forged by the troop, for the troop. And when we're done today, you're going to understand why training alone, no matter how disciplined you think you are, will always have a ceiling that community will absolutely demolish. Stay with me until the end, because the last section of this video is the one that will change how you train for the rest of your life. And I mean that in the most literal way possible. Let's go. The Iron Family Manifesto. Let me be brutally honest with you right now. The version of fitness culture we've all been sold, the lone wolf, the solitary grind, the headphones in, don't talk to me aesthetic, that version is broken, and the data proves it. Study after study in behavioral science shows that when a human being makes a commitment in isolation, the dropout rate inside the first 90 days sits around 67%. 67%! 2 out of every 3 people who start alone quit alone. But here's what shifts everything. When that same person makes an identical commitment inside a group with real accountability, real names, real faces, the completion rate nearly doubles. Nearly doubles. That's not motivation. That's not a pep talk. That is your nervous system responding to something ancient, something that predates every gym membership, every fitness app, every performance tracker ever built. You were designed to move with your troop. Modern life has stripped that from us, piece by piece. We sit in individual cubicles, we drive in individual cars, we train in individual headphone bubbles, and then we wonder why it feels so hard to stay consistent, why the alarm goes off at 5 a.m. and the body just doesn't move. It's not weakness, it's isolation. And that's exactly where Primal Unleashed was built to draw the line. This channel, this community exists because of one conviction that I carry into everything I do here. Modern life makes us soft. Primal movement makes us unbreakable. We don't just lift weight, we reclaim our nature. That is the Silverback Standard, and today we're living it at scale. Because the Iron Family Challenge isn't about your personal record. It's about what this troop, this global, digital, breathing troop can accomplish when we lock arms and move together. Your brothers and sisters are already showing up. The question today is simple. Are you going to lead or follow? The mechanics of troop accountability. All right, let me show you exactly how this works, because accountability without structure is just noise. The Iron Family Challenge is built on what I call a synchronized movement system, and it operates on one non-negotiable rule. No member advances until the group completes the rep. Let that land for a second. That means your rest period is not determined by a timer. It's determined by the last person finishing. When you finish your set fast, you don't move on. You wait. You breathe, you watch, and then, and this is the part that rewires your brain, you call the next person through. That act right there, cheering for someone you've never met, someone on the other side of the planet, someone who's struggling on their 3rd set of Romanian deadlifts at 6 in the morning, that act is one of the most powerful performance signals your brain can receive. Because when you become responsible for someone else's success, your own success becomes non-negotiable. Think about the most disciplined people you've ever known, the ones who never miss a session, never cut a rep, never take the easy road. I promise you, almost every single one of them has, at some point, had someone else depending on them. A training partner, a coach, a team. Accountability is the infrastructure that willpower alone can never build. Now, here's the digital layer that makes this Iron Family Challenge different from anything you've seen before. We're running real-time leaderboards. In the comment section of this video, starting now, I want your name, your city, and your goal for this challenge. That's your public declaration. That's your contract with the troop. And every week, I will personally pull names from the comments and feature them in our progress updates. Your check-in becomes your currency here. You're not checking in from me. You're checking in because 40,000, maybe more by the time this video reaches where it's supposed to go, are doing the same thing at the same time. That's not a community. That's a front line. The blueprint for total destruction. Okay, you've heard enough of the why. Let's get into the what. The Iron Family Challenge workout is built around 5 compound movements. No isolation machines, no cables, no gimmicks. These are the movements your body was architecturally designed to perform, and the movements that the fitness industry has slowly replaced with comfortable alternatives that produce comfortable results. We don't do comfortable here. Movement 1, the troop deadlift. Not a conventional deadlift performed alone. This is performed with a mandatory 3-second pause at the floor before each pull. That pause is your mental check-in. That pause is where most people cheat, where the body wants to bounce the weight and skip the hard part. We don't skip it. The floor is where the work lives. Sets and reps. 4 sets, 6 reps. The weight should feel like a conversation that's getting uncomfortable. If you can breeze through all 6 without a single moment of doubt, add weight. This is your progressive overload, built into the structure, not bolted on as an afterthought. Movement 2, Primal push press. Shoulders, triceps, upper back, core bracing, hip drive. One movement, full body recruitment. You are not doing a shoulder press. You are launching the weight, using every muscle in your posterior chain to initiate momentum and your upper body to complete it. Sets and reps, 4 sets, 8 reps. If primal push pressing is new to your movement vocabulary, we're starting with goblet squats and building the pattern first. No shame, no shortcuts, just foundation.
Movement 4, the Silverback Row. Hey, bring my head good, bent over barbell row. Heavy, controlled, 4-second eccentric on every single rep. This movement is named for what it builds. A back so thick and wide and strong that the person standing behind you sees power before they see anything else. This is the movement that turns your posterior chain from average into architecture. Sets and reps. 5 sets, 6 reps. The 5th set is your failure set. You go until you physically cannot complete another clean rep. And when you fail, when the weight stays on the floor and your hands are shaking, that is the moment you post in the comments, because that is the moment the troop needs to see. Movement 5, the crucible carry. Farmer's carry. Heaviest dumbbells or kettlebells you own. You walk. You don't stop until your grip fails. Then you rest 90 seconds and go again. Twice. Grip strength is the single most undervalued predictor of overall physical capability in every long-term performance study I've ever reviewed. And it is also, not coincidentally, the first thing that fails when someone doesn't carry heavy things regularly. Modern life took the carrying away from us. We're taking it back. This full blueprint, every movement, every set, every protocol is built with one specific design principle. There is no version of this workout where you finish feeling like you could have done more. By the time you reach the farmer's carry, your body will have been asked every hard question it has, and the answers you give will tell you exactly who you are right now and exactly who you need to become, sustaining the momentum beyond the gym. Here's where most fitness content stops, right there. Workout delivered, video over, subscribe.
Not here, because the workout is only 1/3 of the Iron Family Standard, and if you walk out of that gym, or that garage, or that park, and go back to the same patterns that brought you here in the first place, you've done the hard part for nothing. Let me talk about recovery, not as a soft word, but as a performance weapon. The Iron Family Nutrition Standard is not a diet, it is a fueling protocol. And the first principle is protein timing, which means within 45 minutes of finishing this workout, you are consuming a minimum of 40 grams of high-quality protein. Whole food preferred, eggs, beef, fish. If you're on the road, then a clean protein shake is the exception, not the default. The second principle is sleep architecture. 7 hours is the floor. 8 is the target. 9 is the gold standard on heavy training days. Because every adaptation you earned in the gym, every micro tear, every neural pathway, every hormonal shift happens not while you train, but while you sleep. Destroy your sleep, and you destroy the return on everything you just built in the gym. The third principle, and this one is the one people resist the most, is the digital check-in. Every day of this challenge, you will post. It doesn't have to be long, doesn't have to be polished. It just has to be true. Tell the troop what you ate. Tell the troop how you slept. Tell the troop what your body said to you at 5 a.m. when you were choosing between the bed and the barbell. Those check-ins create a thread of accountability that no alarm, no motivational quote, and no pre-workout can replicate. Because here's the truth about consistency that nobody in this industry wants to say loud. Motivation is a guest. Accountability is a resident. Motivation will visit you on days when you're well rested, when the music hits right, when you had a great meal, when the mirror says what you want to hear. Accountability, real living human accountability, shows up on the days when none of that is true. And those are the exact days that separate the people who transform from the people who talk about transforming. Joining the global frontline. Let me tell you what happens next. Starting today, right now, the moment this video ends, you have everything you need to stand up an Iron Family chapter in your city. That's not a metaphor, that's a literal instruction. Find 2 people, that's it. 2 people who are hungry, not just for a workout, but for a standard. Introduce them to this video. Run the blueprint together. Post your results in the comments with your city tag. That's how chapters start. That's how troops are built. That's how 40,000 people become 400,000 people who are moving, breathing, and refusing to be soft together. And here's what's coming. This summer, the Iron Family Challenge is evolving. We're building a structured 12-week program with progressive loading, nutrition phases, and weekly troop challenges that escalate every 2 weeks. The people who are in the comments right now, who are posting their goals, who are tagging their city, those are the people who will shape that program. Because this community doesn't consume content. This community creates it. So, here's what I need from you right now. 3 things. First, post your name, your city, and your one goal for this challenge in the comments below. 1 sentence. That's your public commitment to the truth. Second, share this video with 1 person who needs it. Not 10 people, not a mass story post. 1 specific person whose face comes to your mind right now. Send it to them directly. Tell them the troop is waiting. Third, if this channel, this standard, this community has given you anything real, hit subscribe and hit the bell, because the next chapter of this challenge drops soon and you do not want to miss what we've built for you. I want to leave you with one thing before you close this video. There is a version of you, not the one sitting in the chair right now, but the one this challenge is going to reveal, that is stronger, more connected, and more deeply rooted than anything modern life has tried to convince you to settle for. That version is not born in a single workout. It is built rep by rep, check-in by check-in, day by day, inside a troop that refuses to let you disappear into comfort. Modern life makes us soft. Primal movement makes us unbreakable. We don't just lift weight, we reclaim our nature. That is the Silverback Standard. Welcome to the Iron Family. Now go to work.